Hi guys and welcome back to the French Cooking Academy. Today we're making another sauce, another classic, which is called the Bearnaise sauce, okay? I see a lot of people out there making that recipe and they're not using the right ingredients, okay? So we're gonna see today how to make it the proper way. And as you can see here, I've got the first fresh herb we're gonna use, which is Tarragon, estragon in France. And there is a second herb, which is called Chervil or Chervil. And these two are actually the main ingredients to get the real taste of the Bearnaise sauce. If you don't have these two herbs, forget it, you're not gonna make a real one. And this is what we're gonna see today. So I'm gonna show you how to make the proper, the one and only real Bearnaise French style. All right guys, so let's make this Bearnaise sauce, and honestly, let's not panic. I think a lot of people get over impressed by stuff, even if it's French cooking or sauce. It's like, oh my god, we're making a Bearnaise sauce. Look at this. Very simple ingredients. You got some white wine, white vinegar, shallots with chervil and tarragon, and I've got a bit of black pepper on the side. So we start with a pan, low heat. Take your liquid first, okay? The wine and the vinegar. All the ingredients are in the video description, by the way. Put your herbs. There we go. And you add a nice amount of black peppercorn. Put your heat a bit higher. You can stir gently your mix. How easy is that? And this is basically the beginning of the Bearnaise sauce making. So basically what we're doing here, you're gonna leave your mix to simmer very gently until it reduces to barely the amount of a tablespoonful of liquid. All right, so step number one, you're in front of your pan and you look. When it starts to boil like this, don't start panicking or doing anything. Just chill out and, let it rest. It's gonna boil for just a few minutes. Step number two, it boils vigorously, as you can see everywhere. What you can do, you take your pan, move it around. You can see how much liquid, more than a tablespoon. Well, it simply means it's not ready yet. Okay, third and final step. You move your pan. Oh, look at that. Almost no liquid left. You got barely a spoonful of liquid. And this is time to turn the heat off. Very simple. And that's it. Your first stage is done. You got the base for your Bearnaise sauce. Your gastrique is now ready. You're gonna leave it to cool until it's cold or almost cold, to give it time for all the ingredients to infuse and blend together. All right, let's go. So I've got my very low heat on. I've got my cold mix in here, and you start with 2 egg yolks and, as the same as the Hollandaise, a little bit of cold water. Take your whisk and gently we're gonna start stirring and wait for our egg yolk to thicken to a creamy consistency. Okay, so remember, this is important. It's all about the temperature control. So always put your whisk, take the pan. As you can see, my hand, I can barely hold it, in which case I keep stirring, but outside of the heat. And we're gonna repeat this process until our Sabayon is basically ready. So I'm giving you a quick example. As you can see here, it starts to thicken, and from time to time I'm gonna be checking my temperature. Okay, I can put it back. All right, So let's continue the process and I'll show you a little bit later on how the mix becomes. Alright, so when you reach that consistency, meaning that when you whip you can see the bottom of the pan, you can see these shapes I can make, I can see the bottom. That means that it's almost ready. My mix or my Sabayon is done. As you can see, I've got a nice thick consistency, very foamy, very, very nice. I've turned off my heat and I'm gonna go through now my last step, which is simply adding my clarified butter. Alright, so let's finish that Béarnaise sauce. As you can see here, I've got my Sabayon that's nice and foamy, and immediately I'm gonna use clarified butter, okay? So not full butter, and you're gonna basically slowly incorporate your butter into your sauce. Okay, when you're halfway through your butter, it's time to add a little seasoning, actually a bit of salt. Mix the salt in. That's it. Look at that. Our Béarnaise sauce is virtually finished. We've got that nice mix, nice and thick. But to give it even more flavor, as a last touch, we're gonna add a little bit more of fresh herbs on top. I'm taking a bit more of the fresh herbs and I'm just gonna give a final stir, because remember that a Béarnaise sauce is a very fragrant sauce that goes with red meats, fish and also potato base. And that would be it. We've done a Béarnaise sauce. So I'm just gonna dress it up and show you the end result. Alright, and for the beauty shot, I'm trying to get the camera as close as I can, but this is it. This is how famous Béarnaise sauce. As you can see, the color is a nice, very yellowish with all these little grains here. There's all the mixed herbs. And of course, as a reminder, I put the star of the show, which are the Tarragon and the Chervil. Because without these two herbs, really the Béarnaise sauce, would not be what it is. So that's it for today. I hope this video was useful, and please subscribe if you like the video, or comment if you like. I always respond to every comment, and I see you next time. Bye bye.